K Black in the building, man. 72 degrees outside, 12:12 in the a.m. Central Standard Time, and the date is the 30th of July, man. Yeah, I might not be able to make as many as videos as I once was. I got other things happening that I gotta do, so I'm gonna try to make as many as I can. Try to visit as many live streams as I can and support my brothers and sisters in the LDBC. But you know, things happens, man, and it is what it is, man. But I'm gonna exit the vehicle and let's talk some boxing talk. You know, one of my favorite spots, man, to record vids at, man. It's very soothing to me. It's cool, relax, it's quiet. You know, the tree of knowledge of good and evil or whatever. That's why I call this tree right here, man. You know, I'm just a play on words. I'm just joking. Let's just talk about the potential matchup of Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. You know, to be truthful, I don't really want these guys to fight. You know, both these guys are good fighters, don't get me wrong, in their respective division. And in my opinion, it's divisions for a reason. I know it's only 12 pounds between the two. From 135 to 147, it's only 12 pounds. Of course, we have seen fighters fight or even jump from 135 to 147. I've seen people, even heard people say about Shane Mosley and Roberto Duran. The thing is, both those guys has a lengthy lightweight run, as well as, you know, those guys are seen as the best two lightweights of all time. Some may even say, you know what I mean? And I know Mikey Garcia, since he came back, he have had a couple of fights at 135. They've won titles at 135. Even had a couple of fights at 140. Won a title at 140. I think his first fight back was like, he had a catch weight like 138 or something like that, because he was getting back to the division. But, you know, he is a small guy, you know, like far as compared to the Errol Spence, you know. And I seen an article where Errol Spence was basically saying that Mikey Garcia is daring to be great. He wants to be great, but he don't see anything that Mikey Garcia that can do that can potentially hurt him, even though he believes he's a technical fighter, and he believes that without a shadow of doubt he's gonna beat Mikey Garcia. Listen, Errol Spence, I agree with that. Most people share that same sentiment. Mikey Garcia is not gonna beat you. So why are we even discussing it? Honestly, we truly shouldn't even be discussing this fight. We truly should be discussing a fight between Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko, since they fight in the same division, and both those guys got belts. You know what I mean? We should be discussing fights like Errol Spence versus the winner of Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, or even Terrence Crawford, or even Keith Thurman if he ever come back. So we could be having undisputed welterweight champion. And if Mikey Garcia were to fight Lomachenko and beat him, you should be trying to fight Ray Beltran after that, so you become undisputed, man. That's what we should be talking about. That's the discussion we truly should be having, you know. But it is what it is, man. Listen, if Errol Spence were to fight, Mikey Garcia, he would face the same ridicule that Canelo did versus Khan, and Triple G versus Kell Brook. I'm just saying, this is my honest opinion. Yes, you know, he got ridiculed. Yes, that was, you know, seen as this, it was yesteryears in the past, and those guys went on with their career. They got a brief ridicule, but life goes on. You know, the same thing would happen with Errol Spence. They do decide to fight. Hey, it is what it is. Like I said, if they do decide to fight, I make my prediction video. Matter of fact, what I would do, I would make my announcement video of the fight, my prediction, and post-fight all in the same video. The reason why I'm going to do this because I already know what's going to happen. It's not really worth talking about. It's Errol Spence by complete destruction, 3 rounds or less. It's weight classes for a reason. You know, but it is what it is, man. But like I said, both those guys are good fighters. It's only 12 pounds. Listen, in the off seasons, let's just say Errol Spence walk around 180. And let's say Mikey Garcia walk around at 160. That's only 20 pounds. Listen, we just seen Deontay Wilder fight Luis Ortiz. He came in like 214. Luis Ortiz came like at 240, something like that. So he almost gave up 30 pounds on fight night. for the most part, he always give up weight because he is a thin guy. He's just tall. But the thing, he has power. The thing is, he's still 200 plus pounds, you know. But it is what it is, man. I just want to know, you know, what you guys think, you know, a potential matchup of between Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. Many of us, we share the same, you know, logic that we believe that it's going to be complete destruction. In my opinion, like I said, we shouldn't be discussing the fight, but, you know, we're discussing it because, you know, I know some people are going to be like, well, you know, okay, Black, Mikey Garcia keep calling out Errol. You know, evidently he wants to fight. Yeah, I know, and I understand that. But the thing is, though, it do come a time and place. Like, come on, we just got to be serious. We don't have to, you know, it is what it is, man. But my thing is, I just wondered, too, why does Mikey Garcia, you know, I never really hear him call out Terrence Crawford. I just wonder why. You know, and then you know, to be honest, you really heard Errol Spence, he don't call out Terrence Crawford either. You know, I know people are going to say, well, it's going to be easier for Errol and Mikey because they under the same promotional umbrella. It's going to be harder because, you know, Terrence Crawford across the street with Top Rank. I heard it, you know, and I understand that, but at the same time, though, like I said, man, that's the more realistic thing, in my opinion, we should be talking about. We should be discussing fights like that versus fights like this, man. You know, we people shouldn't have to go outside of the division, you know, to try to look for fights, man. You know, I understand. I give props to Mikey Garcia for daring to be great, want to fight the best and stuff like that. You know, and both these guys, you know, undoubtedly they are, you know, I rate Errol in my top, you know, my top 5. I do. And after the performance that Mikey Garcia, he's definitely number 6, you know, or something like that in that area for me. So these guys are top fighters, man. Like I stated before in this video, they are top fighters. They just top in a respective division, man. So like I said, hey, if they decide to fight, I'll make a prediction. You know, I'll do what I have to do. But in my opinion, these guys shouldn't fight, man. You know, it's other fights these guys can fight. That would be good. Lomachenko versus Mikey would be fucking phenomenal. It would be. You know, and you know the winner between Terrence Crawford. The winner between Denny Garcia and Porter would be good for Errol Spence. You know. The thing is, though, another thing too, I don't really like mentioning Crawford versus Errol that much, man. The reason why I know it's a good fight, the reason why, because, man, people, listen, some of the fans, I'm gonna be totally honest, man. Some of the fans, man, they get erratic when you talk about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, and some just get overly emotional. Listen, if you think Crawford's gonna win, you think Errol gonna win, that's cool, but I'm being totally honest. Like, I'll be hearing some people talk, I'll be looking like, wow. But anyway, man, you know, that's a discussion for another day. You know, in my opinion, you know, they in the same weight class. I mean, I don't know why people would think that, but it is what it is. But anyway, what y'all guys think, man? Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence, man. The potential matchup, if the fight actually do happen. This K Black in the building. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the whole LDBC, man.